There we go.
Here we go. Good morning, friends. Welcome to Knitting in the Northwest, episode 7. I'm Nancy.
And I'm Nettie.
And I'm back again at Applewood Yarn Barn.
Yeah.
So, welcome to all of the new subscribers. And welcome to all of you OGs that have been sticking with me and us as we record on our little corner of the internet. And if you see Nettie grab the back of my neck today, we were discussing last night.
We learned something.
That this age thing. And what show was it that they did that
I
in?
don't know.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding. The ladies would go and grab the back of other necks because, that or we thought we would tape it up. So if you see Nettie grab my neck, it's all because she's helping me out.
Yeah, we're helping each other out.
Anyway, down in the description block. Oh, did he make an appearance?
He did. Sorry.
Did he? Oh,
yeah, he did.
We have this YouTube stalker behind us.
He's kind of a creeper.
He is, yeah.
But he's my husband. We try not to do these on the days he's off work.
Yeah, he's a good creeper.
Yeah,
yeah. And without him, I don't think this barn probably wouldn't be here. So we'll allow him to
make
his appearance. Who knows? Maybe someday he'll even talk. Anyway, in the description box below, I'll put all the places that you can reach Nettie or you can reach me, either Instagram, Ravelry, YouTube, and certainly, let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah.
We are recording in, this is the 7th season that the Pacific Northwest has had. This is, I think, 3rd winter.
Oh my God.
We are summer solstice, the longest day of the year, and it's cold.
It is very chilly.
It is very chilly. I saw this morning that the back east is having this horrendous heat wave.
Oh, they are.
And we're gonna get, I think, high maybe 60 tomorrow.
Yeah, our house was like 65 when we woke up. It was very chilly.
It's if you live in the Northwest, there's multiple seasons, including construction season, which has started, and fire season.
We had our first big fire was yesterday, 2 days ago.
Yeah, but not too far from you.
Not very far. Yeah, I can really see it from here, but thankfully they got it taken, put away pretty quickly, put out pretty quickly. So
we're supposed to get rain this weekend. I doubt it's going to be enough to help us. We are so dry here.
Yeah, that's really dry.
It's going to be bad. So anyway, we are recording June 20th, summer solstice. I think I said that, longest day of the year. Yep. So get out and enjoy the sunshine. Yep. I saw that the sunrise today was like 4:42 and sunset was 8:42, so exactly 12 hours, and now it's going to start getting dark early.
Just by a little bit, hopefully.
So anyway, Nettie, what are you wearing today?
Well, I'm wearing a t-shirt. I went for a walk and then I got hot, so I didn't put a sweater on. So I'm just wearing a logo t-shirt, I love our little logo that we have. My friend at Desk 15 Design made it, and
so
she's very talented.
So cute.
Yeah, just a t-shirt today.
Yeah, and I am wearing, I didn't knit this up to be a set, but it goes pretty well. So I am wearing the Cityscape tank.
That's cute on the side.
It's cute. It's kind of got this. I would take my sweater off, but A, it's cold, and B, nobody wants to see the scars where I had my shoulders replaced. But it's a twisted rib that comes down from the arm.
It goes like this.
Yeah, and it goes like this. And it does it in the front and the back, and then lower necked in the back, then the front. Did I say who this was? By Lisa Ross.
But it's
Cityscape tank. And so you start it from the bottom with see if I can do this without showing one. You got a flash of my belly. I hope you enjoyed that. Right. Twisted rib on the bottom, and then you do the twisted rib on the sides, and then you start doing some shaping. So they say it's bust shaping, but it's
I found
really
it on.
Yes.
I don't know if it's hard to see in the blue. Let me look for a different color.
And I have done 2 of these. I've done this one I did out of Trilogy Yarns. It is a sport weight tank. in the color cerulean, and then I also have one in purple. It's just a really good layering piece, and with
you can see it better, I think, in this one. See how the side of it? Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yeah,
that's really fun.
And you know, tanks are really popular right now, so I think you could also wear this. Well, they called it cityscape. No, not tanks. Vests. Vests are very popular right now, so you could totally wear it as a vest. So that's what I'm wearing on the outside, and then I'm going to go to the cardigan I'm wearing, and oh my gosh, technology! I haven't had enough coffee this morning. The cardigan I am wearing is the Crooked River cardigan, and it is by I've got it right, by Kay Hopkins. Let's see if I can find. Really cute. It's got ribbing detail. I think it's been a couple years ago that I made this. It's a broken rib, but then it's got twisted rib for the raglan. It's got the double knit band, which is really fun. And then I did not put buttons on this, and the pattern doesn't show buttons either. And then you just bind off for the sleeves. And you just bind off at the bottom. There's no rib on the bottom. But yeah, and this also is done out of Trilogy yarns, and I believe it is a sport weight pattern.
You know, it's super cute. My sister-in-law is looking for a pattern to make like as a duster. And you can make, it looks like you can make this a lot longer. And it wouldn't be boring, just like plain stockinette.
Yeah, it's really fun. And this also was done out of sport weight. So
love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I was debating whether to put on like a winter sweater today. I did put on wool socks. You've got socks on.
Shoes on.
You've got tennis shoes.
Yeah.
So
chilly.
That's what is on our bodies. Yeah. What did you finish off your needles this week?
You said
she was busy.
I was busy.
4 weeks.
Yeah. So the first thing I finished, and this was like my week-long Renculous.
It's so pretty.
Isn't it cute? It's kind of the color doesn't do it justice, but it's a really fun yellow.
Kind of a goldy
yellow. And I did some modifications on this. I don't know if you know who the Knitting Stew is.
So I watched her last night.
Did you watch her? She's great.
She is great. And so, that's where
I did her modifications. So what she did was, because it says it's sport weight. I feel like it's a little bit lighter than sport weight. It's Bio Balance by BC Garn. We have it in the shop. It's 50 grams for $11, so it's a really good price, and it's 50 cotton, 50 wool.
And didn't you say it was like 249 meters? So that to me is like a fingering.
So, but it's a really light garment. I think her modifications were. What I did was I just did a German twist cast on. I used a size 3. I cast it on all the stitches so that I didn't need to do the increases. And it's not too big. It looks kind of wide here, but it's not on me. So I think I did 150, and then I just started with the pattern. I changed to a size 8 for a couple rounds. Or a size 6 for just 2 rounds, and then I started a size 8, and I did the whole thing in a size 8, and then I just knit an inch or so, and then bound off on the edges, and it's a little bit cropped. I did a twisted rib on the bottom just because I really like that
twisted rib.
I didn't think about doing it on the arms, but oh well. But it's just really super fun, and it was super quick, and so yeah, the Knitting Stew, she has all the pattern details in her Ravelry page. But it is like a super quick knit.
You know, I've done the Renculous, and I don't wear it, but seeing that one, it's like, okay, maybe and I liked her modifications.
Yeah.
So that was the Twisted Stew.
And I used barely, just a little over 2 skeins of this, but I'm really long and broad.
What size did you make?
I think, well, that's the thing with the Renculous. It's just really, like everybody does the same yoke, and then you increase. And so I just increased enough so that I could connect. So I don't really know what size it was. I mean, probably at least a 3. And was like barely 2 skeins. So if you're a petite person, easily 2 skeins. But even like I had a lot left over.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really buy a sweater for $30.
You can't.
So.
Not a nice one that's gonna last.
Yeah.
So the Renculous. It's been on the hots on Ravelry forever.
Yeah. 29,000 people have posted.
Yeah. So
fun.
So I only have one finished. So Nettie's got more, but I will have one. So what I finished, and I finished these this morning. It's interesting being a podcaster. You feel pressure to get stuff done. So with my morning coffee, and I don't usually knit first thing in the morning, but I wanted to get these done. I have a pair of socks. So there's the pair. Here's the sock. And really this yarn is, I got this yarn at Flock Fiber last year in Seattle. And it is Haley Bailey.
Oh, yeah, I remember her. Super cute.
Yeah. And the colorway is Broad Build Roller. Broad Build Roller Basset. So it's a bird. I think it's a bird.
Oh, get it.
Broad Build Roller Basset, maybe. And it is a 75-25. It's gorgeous. It was a 100-gram skein. How much yardage was on this?
463.
463. And I have at least, I'm going to weigh these, but I have enough to do another pair. Usually out of a 100-gram skein of yarn, I can do a shorty pair and a long pair if I do contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs on one of them. And this is, I haven't blocked these. I don't block my socks because I wear hand knit socks if I wear socks every day. The washing machine blocks them and then I hang them to dry. But my typical vanilla pattern is I do, I think it's Judy's Magic Cast On, and increase to 64 stitches. And then I do 70 rows. I count my rows. Kind of a fish lips kiss heel or short row heel. And on this, I did 20 rows of stockinette and then 12 rows of ribbing. And these are for my mom because she likes shorty socks. So Mom, if you're watching, and you better be, because I know you do, these will be coming your way. So finished object.
Yay!
One and done for me. One and done.
Well, I just have one more. This has been a labor of love. So I've been working on this a while. This is the Boden. I don't know if they call it the Bowden Vest or just the Boden. I think it's the Bowden Vest. It's a tank. I used the Luma by Fiber Company. I ran out before I could finish the I-cord on this side, so I'm patiently waiting. I did not do a very good job of gauge swatching, so it is a little bit big. It's supposed to be a tank, but I'm probably just going to use it as a vest because it is pretty boxy. And that for some reason the armholes are really deep. And I don't know what I did. So, but it's super cute. I use the, I'm going to make the other loops, which has been really popular, but I did the ribbing from the other loops pattern, which is just yarn overs and a 1x1 ribbon, a row yarn overs, and then a bind off, which I really like. I think I might be doing this on some other ones.
Isn't that a cute detail? Cute. Yeah.
Just something, just a little something. Next time I might do the twisted rib so it's a little tighter because I really like that when the ribbing goes in. But yeah, it's super fun. Again, the Boden, it's by Kadri. I never say it right. Yeah. A Bowden shirt. Excuse me, I just found it. Yeah, so it's super cute. Luma is a Fiber Company yarn that's wool, cotton, linen, and a little bit of silk.
It's really got a nice feel.
Yeah, and it's a DK weight, so super fun.
And you said you threw it in the dryer because it was so big.
I did. It was very big, so I washed it and tossed it in the dryer. I don't know what happened there. So yeah, I re-soaked it and threw it in the dryer, and it did shrink up quite a bit. You can even just tell by looking at it. And I do have my boo-boo that I posted all over the internet, but my sister will help me fix it. I just, way up there, and I didn't even notice it till I was done.
I call it a design element.
My design element.
I don't know that. Well, now everybody's going to.
Now everybody will see it right there. But we'll fix it.
If you hadn't, I think it would have been okay.
But it's super cute.
Yeah,
that's cute. Just a really nice. It's pretty light, and it's a really great yarn. I've made lots of things out of that. So.
Oh, here's that fly that was around yesterday.
Yeah, our mascot.
Yeah, it must have been. I think
we love having the door open.
My body lotion. Yeah. Yeah. So cool.
That's all I finished.
All right. Well, I have several works in progress, as one does. How many do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
But I only brought 3 out.
Okay. So I think I have 4 also. So I'll go first. So last time we podcast 2 weeks ago when we were over at Fiber Fusion, not the collective we, Carrie and I were at Fiber Fusion, which was an amazing festival, but oh my gosh, it was bloody warm. Tear down on Sunday when we got torn down, my car said 98 degrees.
That's too hot for over there.
It's pretty hot for over on the other side of the state. And the customers and the vendors were complaining. I was comfortable because I'm cold all the time. I was comfortable, but yeah, it was a great festival. But when we were there, we did a podcast before we went to set up, and I rolled the dice 2 weeks ago for the GoGo Dynamo shawl by Stephen West, and this was his mystery knit along last year. I didn't partake in it. Every year I think I want to do it and then I don't. But this one I really had FOMO on. So I am doing this out of Trilogy yarns and the Razzle Dazzle, which is the sparkle base. So the gray color is London Fog, and then the purple is just deep purple. So the construction of this, you can kind of see a little semicircle here.
Little arch rainbows. Almost.
So you do 3 of those. There's second, and there's the third. And then after you get those done, you do these, you start at the end and do these little triangles to join
the semicircles all together.
Yeah, to join them all together. And the way he has you pick up the stitches along the edge is amazing. I mean, that man is just a human glossary of stitches. So I did that. And then you do a row of the bubble stitches. And I had never done the bubbles before.
Yeah, I haven't done them.
And they were fun. So you do a row of bubbles, and then by the time I got those done, and then you just do, is that garter? Yeah, just a row of garter. And then my week was up, because most of you know I roll the dice on Friday morning, and then I work on a project for a week, and then I put it back on my whip wall and roll for another project. But this happened to be the end of Clue 1. So I did finish Clue 1. So when I pick this up again, I'll finish Clue 2. And I think Clue 2 starts with brioche, which I love brioche. So it starts with brioche. So that'll be fun. So that was my first whip. And I did a lot of this while we were over at the Fiber Festival. We stayed in a cute condo, and after we got back to our room at the end of the day, I think we were all just mentally exhausted. We didn't have the TV on. We didn't have music on. We just sat in the quiet, had a cold drink and something to eat. We didn't go out. We did go out for dinner the day we set up, but the rest of the time we just stayed there because we were pretty peopled out. It's, it's amazing when you talk to people all day, and I love it because I feel like I'm in my element. But we all just kind of sat there quietly, just worked on our
rock and do your project.
That was pretty much it. So what are you working on?
So I don't know if any of you do this, but I have like the never ending sweater. Nancy's kind of in the same. Well,
mine's back on the whip wall.
Yours is back on the whip wall. So I don't really have a huge timeline, but a bunch of us are wearing this at Flock. We're doing like a little meetup there. So the Alpine Bloom by Caitlin Hunter. And for some reason, I am just casting everything on except finishing this. So I need to really dedicate some time to it, but I think it's lovely. It's a great sweater, and I'm excited to wear it, but for some reason
it's going to be a good color. What's the color of your t-shirt?
Yeah,
but it's going to be a good color.
So it's a Zauberball and Amble by the Fiber Company. So a crazy Zauberball. So for some reason I just can't get myself to work on it. I don't know. Maybe tonight. Maybe tonight I'll do it.
Yeah, tonight Nettie's hosting Stitch and Pitch.
Oh yeah, we're doing a Stitch
Applewood
and Pitch.
Is not Nettie is Applewood and her sisters, but they're doing Stitch and Pitch, and of course the first day it hasn't been beautiful weather,
but it'll be a nice on my lap kind of project, so that'll be good.
And there's clouds in the sky, and I think is there fireworks?
Yeah, tonight there's
fireworks are always fun with clouds.
Yeah, 7:05, and then it'll be fun because it won't be too hot, hopefully. And we're not supposed to get rain, fingers crossed. But.
And knitters, we always pretty much try to stay warm because we have the capacity.
All the projects, all the things to wear.
So I did not roll this project 2 weeks ago, but I wanted to take a mindless project with me to Flock, and in case I had time, and bear with me, I'm going to look up the pattern so I can give you the details. But so I would have time, or if I was at the festival and I did not want to work on the GoGo Dynamo. This pattern is called Get Out of the Pool, and this is by Beth McDonald Stone. And Nettie's got one in the shop, and it's done out of DK weight. It's kind of an oversized. I think it's got like 10 to 12 inches of positive ease, which I'm not a fan. I like to max out about 6 because I have enough positive ease on my body. I don't know if it's positive or negative ease on my body, but I have enough. But I think it was for local yarn store day. Nettie had brought in some Sorella yarn. And I had seen her at Flock last year. I did not get any of her yarn then, but I did hear, and this is her classic DK, which is 100% superwash merino, and the color of this one is My Tears.
Yeah, that's part of her
book.
It's the, oh my gosh, why can't I remember her name? It's the Superstar Music.
Oh, Taylor
Swift.
Taylor.
What's wrong with me? Yeah.
So I had about this is where I'm at. So this is the Get Out of My Tears colorway, which is gray and pink because I'm in the gray, pink, purple phase of my life. And I was about this far last week, and it was huge. And I think I was doing the size 3. And it just seemed really big. You do it in pieces. So this is the back. Or is this the front?
I think they're basically the same.
One of them's a little different, I think, than the other. Anyway, so I got the sweater down that Nettie has here, and I laid it on top, and it was like 4 inches too big. So, as a good knitter does, I frogged it and started over. And so I am actually doing the smallest size. And I mean,
I think when we figured it out, we figured it'll be more fitted, not just the real boxy for you.
So this is the one piece, and this is great. It's worked top down. You start with the ribbing, you go all the way down, and then you do ribbing at the bottom, and then you do the other side. I guess maybe it's the same. You cast on fewer stitches on the on one of them. I'm not sure if this is the front or the back. And then you go and you just kind of seam up here, and then you do a little bit of rib around the cuffs.
And then an I-cord around the collar.
Oh, is there I-cord? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you pick up for an I-cord.
Nice.
So I think you'll really like it because the I-cord will give it the stability.
Yes.
You're talking about your sweaters falling off your shoulders.
Yeah, my sweaters keep falling off.
And I think that I-cord that you add is going to really it's going to be really cute on you.
So, this is where I'm at on Get Out of the Pool, and it's just a fun pattern.
And she created that pattern, Beth did, because she had gone into a store and seen a sweater she loved made out of hand-dyed yarn, but she noticed all the pooling. You know how with hand-dyed yarn it gives some little spots. So she sat down and created this sweater to kind of avoid that, and it's perfect for hand-dyed.
So I don't understand, because you're knitting back and forth.
I think it's just the longer runs instead of
maybe, yeah. But it's so I was talking to a bunch of friends about it, and nobody had heard about it, and I don't know how many of my friends cast on this when I went to a cast on party. It was the 1st of May, a Zoom cast on party. And I think almost everybody there, when everyone shared what they were going to be starting, and I told them this, and I think they all cast it on. So
yeah, she's doing there should be a fingering weight version coming out soon, which I think
that would be really fun too. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
My next thing are my socks, and these are my Mondim Socks. Mondim? I guess that sounds right. There's just a little lace pattern on the front and then a 2x2 on the back. And this is a Viking yarn that I got on a little road trip in Colorado with, I think, this is your Sexy Cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Trilogy Sexy Cowboy right there. I had some extra from some socks I made a while ago. So I like 2 at a time on 2 circulars. I say you have to split them into 2 balls or I get really tangled, but this has been really good for me.
Do you know the trick about putting a button on your yarn? Especially if you're doing one skein and you're going from both ends. You get like a button that's got 2 holes in it, and you feed 1 yarn up through each hole. And the button is to keep the yarn from twisting. And so there's your
That's brilliant. I've got one of my mom's really old big buttons.
There's your knitting tip of the day. And so if you are knitting
so you don't have to wind it.
You don't have to.
I'm gonna cast on more socks.
Okay, 2 at a time. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so
fun.
I
think anytime you're doing I think it works also if you're doing like color work where you're just using 2 strands. That's and it prevents it from twisting up by your needles. So there is your.
I mean, like that.
You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody.
That is so smart.
Yeah.
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
I get paid the big bucks. Oh, you mean my Social Security check?
Right. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So yesterday, I came up here and I got here about 1:00, and I had the sweater that I wanted to get finished by today. So I had the ribbing to do on the bottom and 2 sleeves. If you're going to have aspirations, you've got to have big aspirations. Well,
flannel.
I think, isn't that flannel? So I think I told you at the beginning of the podcast, I only had 1 finished object. So I didn't get it done.
She's very close, though.
Well, maybe. So this is the Turtle Pouf sweater by Hedgehog Fibers. It is a free pattern. Hedgehog has 3 of the Le Pouf series. They have a Le Pouf pullover, a Le Pouf cardigan, and then the Turtle Pouf. And the reason it's called Le Pouf is, well, you know what? I'll show you why it's called the Le Pouf. The sleeves are very large. In fact, you increase on the sleeves instead of decreasing on the sleeves. And then you do a rapid, the colors in that is kind of hard. I'm going to show this one. Well, I'll just do this one. So then you do a rapid decrease for the cuff. Oops. And so, is it? Thanks, I can't see.
That's all right. I'll be your Vanna.
Yeah. And so the cuffs are under the sleeves, but it's a really
it's fun. like
really
a cowl,
poofy.
like
yeah.
a cowl.
So this, so in this one, the turtle poof, it's got like the turtleneck cowl. Oh, am I?
Teamwork.
Okay. Makes the dream work. So I'm doing mine out of, and that one, I think you can do a fade. I'm doing mine all in one color, and I'm using Trilogy Yarns fingering in a raspberry color, and then I'm also doing Surrey in the Blizzard. So here is the neck. So you cast, and I can tell you this because it is a free pattern. You cast on and you do about 9 inches. And then you'd start increasing for your sleeves and reglans. And the pattern did not have short rows. So I put a few short rows in the back just so that the neck would come down a little bit. But when I picked this up last week, this is here, my little progress keeper. That's where I was at. So I got the body done.
That's so cute.
And you don't change needle size for the ribbing. So it's just a big oversized sweater. And then this is where I got on one sleeve yesterday. So I didn't get it done. I came close. It's funny how the yarn is knitting up because I'm just holding the 2 strands together. But it's depending on where the white Surrey alpaca is in relationship to the darker yarn is how it knits up. And this has this really funny stripe. And you see the stripe right there where for some reason the whole section I had the Surrey was being held behind, there's my stripe, behind the darker yarn, which, you know, I don't yarn manage for these. I just do them 2 at a time. So this will be fun.
It's so interesting because I just watched, is it Truly Myrtle? Do you watch her?
I don't.
So, and she was talking about marling yarns and holding them together. And she was saying how most of the time, well, she basically said the heavier weight is your dominant color. But in this, to me, it doesn't look like your sweater's mostly purple. It looks like it's more white than purple. You know, it's just interesting.
It's interesting.
And it's a fingering and a Surrey.
Fingering and a Surrey. So it's a fingering and a lace. It's, I cannot wear mohair, but I can totally wear Surrey.
Oh, yeah.
And this is just like wearing a hug.
It's going to be butter.
If I'd had it done today, I may have worn it.
Yeah.
But I might have gotten warm. So this will now go back on the whip.
Is that like a Sasquatch stitch marker? What is that? It is.
Is it a Sasquatch?
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
it's a Sasquatch stitch marker. Ah, it's pretty great.
I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, but yeah.
It's so cute.
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
Hopefully I'll get this done in time to wear it for our real winter.
Oh, you will. You will, for sure.
Well, it depends. You know, I have so many sweaters on the go. Nettie's going to be doing a cast-on party for Christmas in July that I think she'll talk about later. And so all these projects I know, right?
So last night I didn't want to knit on my Alpine Bloom, so I cast it on another tank. Look, I made so much progress. But I'm doing the Lacey Loop top, and this one's been really popular. She does a Lacey Loop tee, and this is the one that I bought that I'd used the bottom pattern or the bottom edging for.
That's so cute.
And I'm using, it's a really pale blue. It's hard to tell what color it is on the screen, but it's a blue sky fiber worsted weight, so hopefully it goes quick. And it is 50 cotton, 50 wool. It used to be their Spud and Chloe.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. So super fun. Love it. Excited to work on it.
All right. So I rolled the dice this morning and I rolled, let's see, let's go to Knit Companion. And I rolled, what did I roll? I think it's down. Oh, I know. I rolled the Light Bright. And it is, it's actually called,
so cute.
What is it? The Extra Light Bright. And I think it's by Wool and Pine.
Yeah, Wool and Pine.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be something cute.
So here's the Lite, right?
And that's for like a fade, sets.
Well, it is, but I am not fading.
Oh, you're not gonna fade it.
I had for that cast on party on June 3rd when I was over at Heart to Heart Knitting in Paulsbo. I knew we were going to have the cast on party that weekend, and I had brought some yarn, but then it was like, oh, I only have 3 projects. I wanted to cast on 7. So Lisa at the store there had some Life in the Long Grass fingering.
Oh, so pretty.
And it is a fingering, and it is 400 yards per 100 gram. It's her twisted sock, and the color, it's an 80/20. I thought it was a colorway.
I got that's
Is it
Moonbow?
Moonbow.
Yeah.
So it's just gray, and it's
really
got
nice speckly pops.
Yeah, of some like a fuchsia. Yeah, kind of a
little bit of turquoise here and there.
Yeah, a little turquoise.
Tiny bit of gold.
So
really
I
pretty.
had cast it on, and I'll show you. So the pattern, you start flat. What are these? Oh, these are my little llama.
Cute.
So you start flat, start in the back, and then it's a V-necked. No, it's not. I lied. It's a circular neck, but this is where I'm at. And so I'm going to put a progress keeper on and work on this for a week. And on the next podcast, I'll show you how far I got. It's got raglan increases.
So you must do raglans until you connect it?
Until you connect it and come around, and then I think you cast on stitches based on what that looks like.
So then you're not really doing short rows because you're just working back and forth flat. Oh, that's brilliant.
I am trying to remember. I think you did do short rows at first. And then you, after you've done probably 6 or 8 short rows, because I'm sure I did some. I said I'm sure, but maybe I didn't.
I don't see them. They would be in here, right?
Well, and they might be through through the raglan too. I don't know. And it's a paid pattern, so I'm not going to give too much away. But yeah, so I'm going to put my progress keeper on here today, and this will be what I work on for a week.
I kind of avoid short rows if I have to.
I don't mind. I do the German short rows.
Yeah,
and
I don't mind doing them. I just am so critical of how they look when I do them.
Oh yeah. Well, and see, I guess with the German, it doesn't look.
I just stare at them, and they stare at me back.
Do you have any dream knitting?
Well, yes.
I mean, you own a yarn store, of course.
We're gonna. So we've been doing some classes, and we're just finishing kind of a beginning color work class, but that led us to start thinking about the next class we're going to do, and we're going to do the Nordic Bloom, and it says it's chunky or bulky weight. It's Caitlin Hunter. It was in the Liney magazine. Worsted weight. It's got the same big flower motif as the Alpine Bloom.
And she had so much fun with the Alpine Bloom.
But this is we're going to make it worsted weight because I think the bulky
and I don't think
weight,
it has as much color work.
No, and I think the bulky weight is just going to be too hot for us. But the fun thing is that it's a steeking project too. So we'll be able to do like an intro to color work because it's just one color in there. Worsted weight, so it'll go quicker, and steeking. So that just means I'm gonna have to find buttons though. Anybody got any good ideas for buttons? Let me know, because we need some buttons here.
So I heard that Michael's bought out Joanne's.
Yeah.
So
hopefully we could get.
But Paradise Fibers has buttons.
They might have buttons. Yeah. I don't know.
Somebody told me they had a whole button section.
Maybe.
because otherwise there's no place for
and you don't want to buy buttons online because you can't touch them.
Yeah, and lay them on your project, and then the color could be off. Oh, this is a pretty taupe and it's green, So that doesn't work.
So we'll start that one. That one starts at the end of June. When did we decide we're going to do that? Maybe it's July. Yeah, July 26th. So if you want to do a colorwork class with steeking, July 26th. I have not put it on my website yet, but today I will. So that's coming up. We are doing our Christmas in July cast-on party. So that will be July 16th, and we're going to open early because, well, it's 16th or 17th. I haven't decided. Stay tuned. Probably the 17th because that's our knit night. And so if we do the 17th Thursday, then we can open at 10 and go until 8. So it would give us a nice, real long day to cast on projects.
And I'm saving up. I have 1, 2, 3 sweaters and a cowl so far.
That you want to cast on?
That I want to cast on.
Which ones are you going to cast on?
Well, one of them I'm going to show is my dream knitting. Okay. So this is what I am going to do, one of the projects, and I'll show the others as we lead up to it. This is the Cabana Tea, and this is so by, cute. Who is this by? Coco Amor Ravelry Store. Oh no, Cheryl
Coco more, yeah.
Morktari or something like that.
This is on my list.
So it's just this really fun t-shirt, but I don't know if you can see the detail on the sleeves and the shoulders, and it's done in seed stitch.
It's so cute.
And so the yarn I'm going to use is the BioBalance that
BC Garn,
that Nettie did her Renculous out of. So it is the merino cotton, and this is color 25. So it's just it's kind of a real light teal.
So very pretty.
So I am going to cast that on as one of my projects, and then I'll show the other ones. Let's see. That's about a month. So I guess next time I podcast, and if Nettie wants to hop on, I'll come up here and podcast again. Yeah. I'll show you the other ones that I'm going to cast on. So far, I am finishing projects off my whip wall. I think I'm down to 24 whips. I'm starting to panic. I'm kind of breaking out the cold sweat.
So good.
And I keep buying project bags. I am not going to the baseball game tonight. It gets out in the dark, and I don't drive in the dark because I can't see. But she had clear tote bags with her logo on it. So I had to buy that. And then when I was at Flock, I bought a tote bag, and it's got 3 sheep on it, and it says 3 sheeps to the wind.
That is so great.
So I have a lot of project bags now that I need to fill.
Yeah.
So is.
I don't know how you have enough needles. That's.
I have to buy some, and being a knitter for so many years, I have interchangeable addies. I have interchangeable knit picks. My favorite are the Chow Goos, and I do have a fair amount of fixed circulars too. I did have to buy some 4s and 6s because of the last cast on party. But project bag and needles. Yeah. When I pass on, somebody's gonna score.
Oh, don't talk about that. We're not talking about that.
Somebody's gonna score with all my supplies.
I do have one that I want to show, because this is a sample that we did the Salty Blonde fiber trunk show, and she sent this adorable sweater, and it has been the rage in the shop. A lot of people have tried it on.
I need to try it on.
It is so fun. So this is the Easy V by Caitlin Hunter, and it is. It's kind of the one that's been the rage right now, so I feel like a lot of people are going to cast this on.
Is that DK?
Yeah, this is a DK.
So it's bead in the front and the back,
Yeah,
and
and
then
the front and the back.
with a little bit of color work. Now, does she do? It's just only 2 color work.
So it's actually there's.
Well, I mean, it's you're only carrying 2 colors at a time, is what I meant, not 2 color work, but yeah.
Yeah, so this must be 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, so super fun. So this is kind of might be my next.
That is so cool.
Yeah, super fun.
Probably sooner than your t-shirt if the weather doesn't warm up.
I know. Trying to hold off on big, heavy stuff until a little bit later. But July, I think it'd be a good time because then they'll be ready for.
Yeah, because we only have 2.5, maybe 3 months of warm weather here. We have a giveaway. The last giveaway we did was so much fun. And Nettie didn't mention, but starting on Sunday, the Vest, Tank, and Tee knit along is winding up. Yep. And she's going to do the summer socks. Or is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Summer sock knit along. So I have got this gorgeous skein of Trilogy yarns. This is one that I dyed up when I was dyeing for Trilogy. So this is was part of the Golden Girls Sock Club. So it is a 100-gram skein and a 20-gram mini. This is in a DK weight. So it's an 80-10-10. It's superwash merino, cashmere nylon. And the name of this is, Isn't It Amazing How I Can Feel So Bad But Still Look So Good?
So good.
So this is the giveaway for this
those names that you come up with.
So I think the prompt will be, tell me if you are team 9-inch circular on your socks. Are you team double point? Are you magic loop, 2 circulars? Are you 2 at a time? Are you singly? So just put in the comment what
your method of
your favorite way of sock knitting is. And if you're not a sock knitter and you would like to win this, maybe for a hat, this would be a really cute hat. Just say what you think if you were a sock knitter. What you would, how you would do them. So we'll do random number generator drawing in 2 weeks. So you have 2 weeks, and it's so fun to read the comments. The last one we did was your favorite summer smell, and it brought back some memories of my favorite summer smells. Watermelon and suntan lotion.
Oh my gosh, right now all the strawberries are ripe here because we're on Green Bluff. And I was on a walk yesterday, and just walking by the fields, you can smell strawberries. I'm like, that is my new favorite summer smell. Because you can just smell them just from the road. It's crazy.
So, comment below what your favorite type of sock knitting is. And I don't know, is there anything else you need to talk about? Anything else going on up here?
We are, we're just starting the knit along. So if you want to join, hop on the website, and it's just a little form. And we do drawings every week. They last about 7 weeks, and we do a little drawing on Wednesdays, and then we announce it on social media. And we're doing, if you're in the area, we're doing a meetup Sunday at Big Barn Brewing at noon. Kind of as our sock cast on party, Vest, Tank, and Tee final party. If it's raining, they have a really big inside area, so we'll be inside
with a nice fireplace. A wood burning little potbelly stove.
And we'll go right at noon when they open, so we'll have lots of space. So come join us there. Watch the website for classes and events. We just like to plan lots of fun stuff. So
and if you're ever in the area, was it last weekend you had people come over from Michigan and California? And
we had a lot of, in the summer it really ramps up on Green Bluff, and so
this is like a destination place.
It's a destination place, and so it was really fun. We had Michigan, California,
did you say
Idaho,
back
Boise,
east somewhere?
New York. So it's fun. It's fun to come and, I mean, that's the first thing I do when I go someplace is I search local yarn stores.
And then I buy a skein of yarn that I
Mm-hmm.
can't get at my local store.
And we have one here that's called Polka Dot Sheep Dyes for us. It's called Green Bluff. And I took a picture of our view and she dyed it to match our view. And so that's what most of the people bought was a skein of sock yarn. So in fact, I have to probably order some more and just I've got one left. So it's pretty fun. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell. Ring the. Oh no, I'm not going to sing. Tell a friend. We're just trying to grow our little channel here in the little YouTube area. And I guess enjoy the longest day of the year. Get lots of knitting time, or if you have to do yard work, lots of yard work time. But hopefully there's knitting time. And stay cool if you're back east, and if you're in the Northwest, stay warm. And just stay safe and stay sane.
Yeah, totally.
All right, guys. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.